Hello and welcome back YouTube to the 8th episode of Lamine's Legacy. Today we only have sort of pack footage because I don't really have any gameplay to show you at the moment. It's a bit repetitive and boring. So the footage you're watching initially is just an insight into what we've been doing on the account, which is purchasing a bunch of 87s. Picked them up Monday night, I believe it was, around 9 to 9,300 coins. At the time of recording, it's the middle of the afternoon on Thursday, and they're anywhere from around 11.5 to 12, so I'm listing for lazy buyers at around 13,000. Going to try and get roughly 12.5 for them, make about 120k after tax on a 700k move, but that's what we've been doing on the account over the last couple of days. There's also my Rivals rewards coming up. There's the 86 hero refresh, and there's marquee matchups from the other night. I think it's literally from last week, but we only did it the other day. And sort of the commentary behind this today, I did record this live on stream, but I don't want to use the recording of the audio. I actually just want to discuss it in this post-com. You'll see on screen that these rewards were nothing short of awful. You can see in this first player pick here, which is our tradable player pick, we pick up an 84 rated card. Even at its peak, it's going to be worth, 3,500 coins? God knows what it's worth right now, but it's going to be nowhere near that. You can see in our untradeable player pick then, we do get an 87 rated, certainly helps out for fodder and SBCs, but again, it's not a card you're going to do anything with, doesn't really progress your account in any way. And then our final player pick, Ruben Diaz, same thing, essentially. I have a real issue with rewards right now. In my opinion, EA have got it completely wrong in Rivals. I don't think that the most competitive mode, because let's be really transparent and real about it, Rivals is harder than Champs. Every single game in Rivals is a skill-based matchmaking game, whereas in Champs you still have that form aspect. So it is still skill-based to an extent, but not as tight as in Rivals. And, you have to play a minimum of 10 games. Don't get me wrong, you have the whole week to do so. But there's 30 points to get across 10 games. 7, I guess, if you go on a streak and you get some bonus points. But you get absolutely nothing for your time. There's just zero reason to play. And I'm not saying that you need, these amazing packs in all divisions. But I do think they need to evaluate what they're doing, specifically as the divisions get higher. There's absolutely no reason that anything from Division 3 upwards should be getting a 10,000 coin reward with one tradable player pick, and the rest being untradable packs that offer little to no value in terms of progressing your team. I really think that the change that needs to be made is, specifically in the higher divisions, increase the coin value that you get in your Rivals rewards, to probably almost double. And even then, in some of those lower divisions like 3 and 4 and 5, you're still not picking up any coins really. But I do think the coins need to be looked at. You can keep the packs low and sort of low power curve to stop people from packing 3, 4, 5 new cards each week. But every single week, just from your coins alone, you should be able to pick up a new card for your team. And that doesn't mean a 600k Bon Mati, but you should be able to pick up something like a Liao, something like a Militao. You should be able to pick up a Vitinha, Camavinga, for example. And you just can't, unless you pack those specific cards, or specific cards in which you want in your team. You ain't able to afford anything from a set of Rivals rewards, even if you climb in the high divisions. And I think that really needs to be looked at, because I don't think that's good for long-term consistency. I don't think it's good for long-term maintaining a player base. I just really don't think it's where it needs to be, despite only being Season 1. I'm going to go backwards slightly to just make reference to who we pulled in our hero pack. So I don't know if Dempsey is the worst possible card. I mean, I'm sure someone like Crouch or Carnu is considered worse, but you have to look at Dempsey and really wonder what he offers at any point. If you're going to go down the US route, for example, you're going to be better off just going Rodman, Swanson, and if you can afford it, Wilson. You don't need a Dempsey to make those links. You know, as a hero in the MLS, he offers very little help. You know, you can use the Cornerstones evolution to get Messi chemistry. It's yeah, sure, okay, it's probably a card you use in Gauntlet and things like that, but just what an abysmal card. I'm not moaning about the SBC, by the way. At this point in the game, this is the type of SBC they should be releasing, and you know, at the end of the day, it's luck, and we were unlucky this time, and that's absolutely fine. But this hero was obviously, again, a complete waste of time. It's not something that's going to get used on the account. And then we finish off with some marquee matchup packs. Probably only like two minutes or so of footage left. Marquee matchups for us in this case was actually significantly better than rivals and everything. You can see on screen right now we pull Alphonso Davies, which I think I sold for like 9,000 coins, maybe 10,000 coins, which is, you know, it's nice to be able to get a card that you can sell for 9 to 10,000 coins. You know, it does help sort of get your coin balance up and contribute to you improving the account. But yeah, if you do end up watching this video, let me know what you packed in Rivals this week, or in your hero, or any other packs that you've accumulated. Let me know if you're having the same sort of thoughts and issues surrounding the rate of progression, specifically in Rivals. Let me know if you have any solutions, or if you know you disagree with me and sort of your side of the argument. But yeah, for me, Rivals, if you don't want to play Rivals, you're not missing out. You're really not, despite what one post on Twitter will tell you about packing an R9 or something silly. You're really not missing out. You know, if you just get the standard 15 points, don't feel pressured to play on. But yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, just a quick pack update. You can catch me live on Twitch. I'm going to get started on these Rivals games. Same username as here on YouTube, an Academic Gamer. Thanks for watching. Comment below, subscribe and like if you're interested in watching more footage and keeping up to date with the series. And I will catch you in the next video.